Welcome to the North High Healthy Lifestyle presentation. I am Denise Kavanaugh, the Athletic Director here at North High School. Participating in this presentation will fulfill the District 99 Healthy Lifestyle requirement for the current school year. The Athletic Department is located next to the Purple Gym. Our office staff includes Mrs. Jolie Fredette, the Athletic Secretary, Chris McGrath, Fall Assistant Athletic Director, Tim McDonald, Winter Athletic Director, and Todd Cassins, Spring Athletic Director. Our website is our main communication connection. To get there, go to North High, the main page, click on the Athletics tab. You will notice the tabs at the top, information and links, as you scroll down. At the top, contact information and directions. This is where you will access the name of coaches and emails. As you scroll down by helpful links, athletic department registration and start dates will be included here. Eligibility. Students must be passing 5 classes weekly in order to be eligible for competition. Teachers will report grades on Thursday of each week, and students who are ineligible will be notified on Friday if they are ineligible for the following week. Student athletes must also pass 5 classes at the end of the semester in order to be eligible the following semester. Our Activity Athletic Code. By electing to participate in an athletic or activity program, the student is choosing to extend their school day as well as the expectations for appropriate behavior and conduct. This code is considered to be in effect at all places and all times 24 hours per day and 12 months per year. Procedures for breach of code. The minimum penalty for the first violation for use or possession of alcohol, tobacco, or other illegal substances, as noted in the code, will be suspension from 25% of the contest schedule. For the first offense only, if a student undergoes a substance abuse evaluation at a recognized treatment facility and follows through with the recommendation, the 25% penalty may be reduced to a 10% penalty. At any time, a student may voluntarily admit a personal code violation. If an athlete, for example, is at a party with alcohol on a Friday, and the police come and take the name of that athlete at the party, the athlete would not be able to use the voluntary admittance aspect of the policy. Repeated violations of the code could result in a student athlete being removed from athletics permanently. Back at the website, which I showed you originally, our student parent handbook is located there with all information and policies related to the code. Internet and as it relates to the code. Any materials placed on the internet can be associated with a code violation. Examples would be pictures of drinking or drug use or any bullying. An investigation will occur to determine if there is a violation. The IHSA conducts random drug testing each year. Please go to the ihsa.org for a list of illegal substances and testing details. It is located under the Resource tab. Concussion Management Guidelines. This is also located at the ihsa.org Resource tab. House Bill 200, which recognizes the dangers associated with head injury and concussions, became effective on July 1st, 2011. We also have a link on our home athletics site, which I took you to earlier.
Hi, I'm Keith Bullock, the Student Assistance Program Coordinator for Downers North. My professional background is as a classroom teacher and licensed clinical social worker. I'm a member of the Counseling and Student Support Services Department and work closely with the counselors, other social workers, psychologists, and deans. To support student achievement, encourage healthy and safe choices among our students, and to promote student leadership opportunities. Part of my job is to facilitate the prevention and leadership programs supported in our district, including Operation Snowball, Link Crew, Student Against Destructive Decisions, and Red Ribbon Week. I also speak to other student groups and in classes in the area of substance education and prevention. The work that we do with students is always linked to our Positively North philosophy. Many of our athletes are involved in one or more of these leadership programs, and we encourage all athletes to consider getting involved. I also work with students and families on the intervention side of substance use or experimentation. I assist the athletic department, student activities, and the dean's office in the case of a code violation and a reduction in the student's consequences. I help students and families connect to community-based supports, counseling, and treatment if needed. I work closely with students individually and in groups on concerns related to substance use. We believe that early and casual substance use is ultimately harmful, and that by responding early we offer the best chance for the student to make positive changes in their thoughts and behavior. Overall, there has been a decrease in alcohol and substance use by all adolescents over the last 30 years. Alcohol remains the most widely used and destructive substance for teenagers, although it's often the most casually viewed. One area to pay attention to is the increase of prescription drug abuse. If your student athlete is prescribed medication, please keep in communication with their doctor and closely monitor the medication to make sure that it's taken and disposed of appropriately and properly. Tobacco, alcohol, and marijuana remain the most popular introductory drugs for adolescents. Most young adults that go on to abuse more serious and dangerous substances start with some combination of these three. My favorite information to share for healthy lifestyles is this. Athletes, are you listening? That nationally we know that most teenagers don't drink or use substances on a regular basis. This is most important for student and student athletes themselves to know. The nationally recognized Monitoring the Future survey from the University of Michigan has been tracking this data for decades. 2011 data indicates that 72.8% of sophomores and 60% of seniors do not drink and have not had a drink in the last 30 days of the survey. The numbers are significantly lower for marijuana use. The last time we surveyed North students in 2008, their usage reflected national norms, and we expect that when we survey students in 2014, that the norm for our students will be that most DGN students do not use these substances. Please help us spread this message wherever possible. Listed here are some of the potential consequences for underage use. Obvious for student athletes is the violation of the athletic code with its consequences for themselves and the team. Students should be aware that using underage can cause them to lose their license even if the drinking does not involve driving. Students and families are often surprised at the legal consequences of their underage drinking, whether it be a fine, community service, court appearances, or for older students, this information being shared in the public record. When teenagers drink, smoke, or use, we know that they can also be involved in other high-risk and unsafe behaviors. We also know that developmentally, the younger the adolescent uses, the greater risk for their addiction into adulthood. This concept may seem abstract for our students, but as adults, this is an important reason to take underage use and experimentation seriously. Here are some reminders of protective factors that help keep students safe and healthy, many of which are likely to already be a part of your family culture. Also listed is additional resource information on our website, as well as my contact information. We at North want to encourage you as student athletes to remain responsible, to think through your decisions. The best way to avoid trouble with substances is to not start at all. Delay legal adult behaviors for adulthood. Be engaged in school academically, socially, with extracurricular activities, in school and in the community. And be respectful of your mind and body. Find healthy ways to relax and cope with stress and challenges that you encounter in life. Put yourself around friends that want the same positive things that you do. Have a healthy and safe season, and if there's anything I could do to support your student or family, please do not hesitate to contact me.
Hello, this is Officer Rao from the Downers Grove Police Department. I'm currently assigned as a school resource officer at Downers Grove High School. I am currently in my 25th year at Downers Grove Police Department, in my first year as the SRO here at Downers Grove North High School, but I've previously served as the SRO at Downers Grove South High School from 2000 to 2004. The next 4 slides I'll be speaking to you about involve internet use and safety, cyberbullying, and the reciprocal reporting agreement between the Downers Grove Police Department and the Downers Grove Area School District 99. Internet use and safety. There are many areas that could be covered in this area, but I will concentrate briefly on cyberbullying and social networks. Here at Downers Grove North High, we take cyberbullying and formal bullying very seriously. The deans and I investigate any and all reported incidents involving any type of bullying. Cyberbullying relates to and can include racial slurs, any threats, any personal comments, and any other forms of content that are directed at an individual and or individuals that are insulting, harmful, and inappropriate, in which you use any cyber-type device, for example, computers, laptop computers, iPads, iPods, and smartphones. Now, besides the traditional way of reporting bullying, such as reporting to myself, a dean, or any staff member, here at Downers Grove North High, we also have a telephone hotline and an email location to report any type of bullying that may be occurring. Both of these are located on the main page of the Downers Grove North High website, and you can remain anonymous if you so desire when reporting any type of bullying. Social networks, websites, and there are many of them these days, are just another area for our students to socialize and communicate with each other. The students use these websites to communicate through words and photos about themselves and others. These social networks, websites can be viewed and are monitored by the police personnel as well as school personnel. Any information, written postings, photos, comments, etc., observed on these social websites, if found to be inappropriate and or in violation of the Athletic Activities Code, is grounds for a school investigation and possible school consequences. And if the incident is determined to have possibly been criminal in nature, a police investigation led by myself would also take place, with the possibility of criminal consequences to also occur. So please, all you students, be positive about what you say and post on these social websites. You are not only representing yourself as an individual, your family name, but you are representing Downers Grove as a village and Downers Grove North High School. Internet safety. We here at Downers Grove North High are continuously attempting to raise the level of awareness of students, parents, faculty, and administration in the ever-changing area of internet and social network sites. Students, please be extremely careful in what personal information you post on Facebook, Twitter, and other similar websites, as well as what information you put in your text messages. You never know who may be really reading or viewing that information or text at the other end of the computer. Do not give out or post your most personal of information. For example, your full name, your date of birth, your phone number, home address, and school information, just to name a few. Parents, please be aware of the social websites your sons and daughters are accessing via the internet. Check your computers, their smartphones, and iPods on a continuous basis. Know their password or passwords, and be vigilant at knowing what they are posting, who their friends are, and with who they are having online conversations with. These are your sons and daughters, and their safety, their education, and extracurricular activities can all be affected by the lack of judgment on their part and the lack of awareness on your part. As mentioned in an earlier slide, the school can consequence students involved in athletics and activities for content posted on websites if the school determines that the posting and or photos are a violation of the athletic/activity code and or the student parent handbook. These code or handbook violations could occur within the school day and or outside of the school day hours and at any point within the year, whether school is in session or out of session. The reciprocal reporting agreement. This is simply This, simply put, is a written agreement between District 99 and the Downers Grove Police Department that allows for the flow of information between the police department and the two high schools. This exchange of information can be through the verbal channels and or written documents. For example, police reports. It is through this agreement that athletic activity code violations and student parent handbook violations can be reported to the school administration from the police department, even though the violation or violations may have occurred outside of school hours, and outside the school year. This exchange of information can lead to athletic activity code violations and or handbook violations, which in turn could possibly lead to school consequences. In closing, I would just like to remind all student athletes and student activities participants to remember what the code says. By electing to participate in athletic or activity program, the student is choosing to extend their school day, as well as the expectations for appropriate behavior and conduct. This code is considered to be in effect at all places and times, 24 hours per day, 12 months per year. Thank you to all, and please be smart and safe. Thank you.
Illinois state law requires all high schools to provide steroid education. Please return to your email and click on the video link. After watching the video, return to your email and click on the final link for participation verification. Have a healthy, safe, and positively North season. Thank you so much for participating.